You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. We're at Yankee Stadium for this game. Two of the best teams in the American League, the Minnesota Twins, playing the New York Yankees. Two aces, Gerrit Cole and Jose Barrios, starting in this game. Coming up next. There's Gerrit Cole on the mound. The highest paid pitcher in the history of baseball, though he started out slow. He's rebounded. He has a 4-2 record in 11 starts. His ERA is a bit high for him. He has an ERA of 3, but those 96 strikeouts he has leads all of baseball. Certainly something he's been known to do in recent years. And coming to the plate, Max Kepler, as this ball game gets underway. Max Kepler, the right fielder of this Minnesota Twins team. He's batting .314 entering play. Also has 10 long balls. First pitch of the game's fouled off, and Cole already touching 100 to begin the ball game. 99 miles per hour on that pitch.
First pitch, 7:07.
No ball, one strike pitch. That's a strike. The count's 0-2. The New York Yankees are in first place in the AL East. They have a 5-game lead. The AL East was getting competitive toward the beginning of May, but then the Yankees pulled away. Called strike 3. Gerrit Cole gets his 97th strikeout of the season, his first one of the day, and the victim, Max Kepler. 3 well-placed fastballs, 1 out, top of the first. But the Yankees have started to pull away with the American League East. The Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Orioles are all 6 games back of the Yankees, and the Red Sox are in last place with an 8.5-game trailing distance. Jorge Polanco to the plate, .310 average, 9 home runs and 31 RBIs entering play. Polanco, a shortstop, switch hitter, batting from the left side in this plate appearance. The Yankees are the reigning AL East champions. They dethroned the Boston Red Sox last season after the Red Sox won the AL East over the past 3 seasons and won a World Series championship. The Yankees, of course, under scrutiny for not at least making it to the World Series last decade. In large part, they're blaming the Houston Astros for that as well. Of course, that scandal that broke this past offseason of the Astros stealing signs illegally. But that's all taken care of in this season. A new season filled with new storylines as that pitch misses high, and the Astros aren't even in first place in the AL West to this point. The Athletics have an over 3-game lead against them. 2-2 pitch coming. Swinging a foul ball, and the count's still even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch one more time to Jorge Polanco. In the air and foul, and Polanco putting together a good plate appearance, and Cole continuing to throw in the high 90s. With the Pirates, he wasn't really able to sprout with their one-style-fits-all pitching format. But once he went to the Astros and was allowed to blossom there, he became one of the best strikeout pitchers in all of baseball. Line to the right side and foul. The count remains 2-2. Down low, and the count's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cole set a franchise record last year with the Astros for strikeouts in a single season. He totaled 326 strikeouts. And he's in position to get 100 after this game. He already has 1 strikeout. But Jorge Polanco not giving up, and this could have some rippling effects. Gerrit Cole in double digits in pitch counts already. Set Max Kepler down on 3 pitches, but this plate appearance been extended, and Jorge Polanco with great discipline takes that fastball for ball 4, and there's a runner on base here in the top of the first for the Twins. That'll bring up Nelson Cruz, better hitter at Target Field than at other ballparks around the majors. Just a .234 hitter on the road, 7 home runs and 17 RBIs. has 10 more RBIs at home than on the road. That's a strike. The count's 0-1. Nelson Cruz, a former Texas Ranger, Baltimore Oriole, Seattle Mariner, now playing for the Twins. He made his debut with the Milwaukee Brewers. They didn't keep him for too long, but his first season in the majors was 2005. But it was with the Rangers, though, that he broke out, became a power bat. His defense has fallen in recent years, but fortunately for him, the American League has the designated hitter in place. Strike 3 called right down the middle, and Nelson Cruz didn't swing. That's the second strikeout for Cole in his 98th of the season. And now there are 2 outs here in inning number 1. That'll bring up Josh Donaldson, the third baseman of the Twins. Donaldson signed in free agency, former Oakland Athletic, Toronto Blue Jay, Cleveland Indian, and Atlanta Brave. Helped out his free agency value when he signed with the Braves last season. The league had doubts that he'd still be productive after having some injury issues, but he showed them that he can still compete, and he earned a healthy contract here with the Twins. He also fills a void for them. He creates a strong defense at third base, as well as a middle-of-the-order power bat. And this Twins team that set a record for single-season home runs as a team last season adds another strong power bat to the middle of the order, and Josh Donaldson counts 3-1.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
3-ball, 1 strike pitch. Garrett Cole walked Jorge Polanco. That's the one that's on first base, but Cole got Max Kepler and Nelson Cruz down on strikes. Hitters count for Donaldson, 3-1. Outside ball 4, and another base runner on for the Twins. Polanco on second and Donaldson on first with 2 outs. Garrett Cole already over 20 pitches in this first inning. Again, that could have some trickling effects throughout this game. Jorge Polanco put together a near 10-pitch at bat before getting a free pass. Now here's Eddie Rosario. The number 5 hitter and left fielder for this team takes ball 1. The Twins have one of the best outfields in the American League with Max Kepler in right field, Byron Buxton in center, and Eddie Rosario in left. Buxton, one of the fastest players in baseball, as well as covering much range out in center field. Max Kepler has a plus arm, as does Eddie Rosario. 2-0 swung on and missed, counts 2-1, and Garrett Cole 97 miles per hour on that last pitch. He was dishing out nearly 100 to start the game, but looked to control that pitch and just get it over the plate. 2-ball, 1 strike pitch. On the ground and foul, and that evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on, top of the first, no score at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees hosting the Twins. Inside, but Rosario chased it. Garrett Cole strikes out the side, but not quite in order. But he's at 99 strikeouts on the season after getting out of the first with all strikeouts. Going to the bottom of the first inning, it's the Twins 0 and the Yankees coming to bat. Here's Jose Barrios on the mound. Garrett Cole, the ace of the Yankees, and Jose Barrios is the ace of the Twins. A 5.81 ERA, 4-2 record, and 11 starts. He hasn't quite blossomed into what his perceived potential is, but the Twins still trusting him at the helm of this rotation. DJ LeMahieu will lead off for the Yankees. Barrios' first pitch is outside, counts 1-0. Now the Twins have quite a story. They won the AL Central last season, and here they are again, 37-18 to begin the year. The Chicago White Sox were in first place up until just about a week ago when the Twins caught the White Sox and then took first place. And it was heavily in part to the White Sox and Twins playing in a 4-game series, and the Twins winning 3 of those 4 games. But the Twins and White Sox are tied for the AL Central lead heading into this game. They each have 37 and 18 records. The next closest team in the American League Central is the Cleveland Indians, who are 30 and 26. And they're 7.5 games back of both the White Sox and the Twins for first place. Chopped on the ground and foul, the count 2-2. Still 2-2. But the Indians, if they weren't in the American League Central, they could lead some other divisions in baseball. They'd be close to the Yankees in the AL East. They'd be about a game back of the Athletics for first place in the AL West. They'd lead the NL Central. They'd be tied with the Nats and Phillies in the NL East. Maybe they would be close to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are also powerhouse, so they could lead 4 of the other 6 divisions in baseball. The Indians could, but they're stuck with the Twins and White Sox, who have been hot this season. DJ LeMahieu struck out against Berrios. That starts the Yankees' bottom of the first. Now here's Aaron Judge. Counts 0-1 to Aaron Judge. Judge in his official rookie season hit 52 home runs, which led all of baseball. He's been a power threat, perceived power threat ever since. Counts 0-2. Also the 2017 Home Run Derby champion. Perennial All-Star in the American League. Strikes out there, though, on 3 pitches. Jose Berrios matching Garrett Cole for strikeout pace. Berrios has 2 strikeouts already, and there are 2 outs. That'll bring up the shortstop, Gleyber Torres. Torres, a former prospect with the Chicago Cubs, was traded to the Yankees in 2016 when he was a minor leaguer. The Yankees got a few prospects for Aroldis Chapman, who went on that season to win the World Series with the Cubs and immediately signed back with the Yankees in 2017. And all this young talent for the Yankees, they all weren't supposed to blossom as quickly as they did. The Yankees were still supposed to be in a rebuilding phase around 2017. But everything just fit together for them, and they've been back to a perennial playoff team. But Jose Berrios strikes out the side in order. After 1 full inning of play, it's the Twins 0 and the Yankees 0. Six, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Twins to begin this half inning. Miguel Sano to lead off. And he'll be followed by Luis Arias and Alex Avila. The Twins have had success most of the season. They've just been behind the White Sox mostly, but now they're tied for first place. They traded their starting catcher, Mitch Garver, to the Dodgers for Scott Alexander and a couple other position-playing prospects. Strike 2 on Sano. That's why Alex Avila is starting in the 8th spot as catcher. Everybody else on the team, every other starter on the team, relatively the same. And the bullpen a bit bolstered with the veteran Scott Alexander, a left-handed pitcher in there.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And a few potential future players. Garrett Cole walked 2 batters in the top of the first, but he struck out the side. Now here he is in the second. Jose Berrios struck out the side in order in the bottom of the first inning. And these two have been on point. Garrett Cole's 4th strikeout. That's his 100th strikeout of this season.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Luis Arias.
He hasn't used too many breaking balls. He's just been blowing that fastball by hitters. He's been throwing 97 and up, from 97 to 99 so far this game. Swinging a fly ball toward left center field. That's going to drop in front of Giancarlo Stanton, base hit. That's the first hit of the game for either side. Comes from Luis Arias, or Arias, excuse me. One out, here comes Alex Avila. A veteran catcher, been around the league, but he's played for several teams in his career as he chops that pitch foul. The count's 0-1, but with Mitch Garver gone, he gets to start here in Minnesota. batting .197, but his average should improve as he continues to get more consistent playing time. Upstairs counts even 1-1. Avila this season has he has 12 hits and 61 at-bats, 10 home runs and 22 RBIs. No, I was looking wrong. Excuse me. That pitch misses high, counts 2-1. Avila, 12 for 61. He has 1 home run and 7 RBIs. And that was when he was formerly a backup catcher. Counts even 2-2. But Avila's been the starting catcher for about a week now. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off, and these Twins hitters have been giving Garrett Cole some fits early on. They've just been extending plate appearances, and 3 hitters have reached in this game so far. 2-2 pitch. Line drive and foul. The count remains even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch one more time. Down low, and the count's full, 3-2. Byron Buxton's on deck. And the Twins' top of the order is lurking. 3-ball, 2-strike pitch to the Twins' catcher. Outside ball 4. Garrett Cole issues his 3rd walk. That's the 4th batter to reach base against him. And take a look at the scoreline. He struck out 4, but he's also walked 3 and given up a hit. He's at 40 pitches now, so the Twins doing a good enough job at making him extend at bats and plate appearances. And throw many pitches. Here's Byron Buxton. 262 hitter entering play, and he takes strike 1. Buxton, one of the best defensive center fielders in baseball. Hasn't had a consistent bat over the years, but certainly runs well, and he's a bunt weapon. He's quickly down 0-2. He's been swinging in this plate appearance. 0-2 pitch. Check swing. And the appeal unsuccessful for the Yankees. The count's 1-2. One-two pitch. Here it is. In the air toward right field. Aaron Judge is under it. Arias did not tag. He went halfway, so he'll retreat back as Judge makes the catch. Avila goes back to first, so the runners remain put. And now there are 2 outs. Back to the top of the order for the Twins. It's Max Kepler. Kepler went down on strikes. He's 0 for 6 in the series. And speaking of this series, this is game 2 of a 3-game series between these 2 teams. The Yankees won yesterday 3-2. The Twins, perhaps the fan base as well, have a bit of a gripe against the Yankees. These 2 played in the American League Division Series last season, and the Yankees got the sweep. Of course, the Twins a bit more bolstered now with Josh Donaldson in the middle of their order, already adding to a power-heavy team. They've added a couple pitchers in Rich Hill and Homer Bailey as veterans to join the rotation. Although Rich Hill started the year injured and Homer Bailey got injured in the month of April. Rumors are circulating that Rich Hill is expected to come back sometime in the month of June. But that's still yet to be seen. That pitch fouled off, the count even 2-2. Rich Hill would more than likely top the rotation for the Twins. He's a former Los Angeles Dodger. Flirted with some no-hitters over the last few seasons. So that's grounded to the right side. There's LeMahieu. He elects to go to second. Torres steps on the bag. Forced out at second is Avila, and the top of the 2nd inning is over. The Twins get a hit and a walk, but fail to score anybody in the top of the 2nd. Going to the bottom half, it's the Twins 0 and the Yankees 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. The Yankees went down on strikes. All 3 of their first hitters went down on strikes in the bottom of the 1st, so the 4, 5, 6 hitters are due up in this half inning. Giancarlo Stanton, Gary Sanchez, and Miguel Andujar. That pitch misses upstairs, counts 1-0. Stanton over 10 seasons. Has 317 home runs. He's dealt with some injuries, both with his career with the Marlins and with the Yankees. He started this year on the injured list, but since he came off it in mid-April, he's been relatively healthy. 276 hitter entering play. Also was the National League Most Valuable Player in 2017. Mostly for hitting 59 home runs, which was one shy of Babe Ruth's single-season career high. Two ball, one strike pitch. Coming from Jose Barrios to to Giancarlo Stanton. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Yankees starting left fielder. Line drive and foul down the left side, and the count remains even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the ground against the shift, played by Sano at first base, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Gary.
Well, these are 2 teams that hit home runs, and there are some surprises of who leads this team in home runs this year. And the answer to that question is Gleyber Torres. He has 15. DJ LeMahieu second best on the team with 14, and Gary Sanchez coming to the plate is 4th best on the Yankees with 11. He's tied for 4th best. Gio Urshela has 13. He's 3rd best. Counts 0-1 on Sanchez. But this Yankees team doesn't even break the top 10 in the American League.
Nope. Ball 1.
For home runs. No player on the team breaks the top 10 for home run totals, which is something that's surprising for a Yankees team that has been so power focused over the last few seasons. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
But the Twins have the American League home run leader coming into today, and it's Josh Donaldson. Donaldson has 21 home runs, and he's 1 above Chris Davis, who's 2nd best in the American League with 20. Sanchez strikes out. Barrios is at 4 strikeouts now, and that's the 2nd out. Barrios has been sharp early in this game. 2 outs. Here's Miguel Andujar. .343 average with 11 home runs and 34 RBIs. He's one of the American League leaders in doubles, and he's 5th in the American League in batting average. He struggled with injuries last season and at the end of 2018. But with Aaron Hicks on the injured list to start this year, Giancarlo Stanton moved out to left, Gardner shifted from left to center, and Andujar occupies the designated hitter spot. And I'm sure the Yankees are grateful that he's in the lineup. But there's so much depth on this Yankees team, it's difficult to find out who the best starting core is. There's so many players that you can plug in and still have a winning team. That was evident from last year when the team recorded a record of over 20 injuries, and this team still won over 100 games. So much depth and talent that the Yankees have produced. Swing and a miss. There's Avila throwing to Sano. That completes the strikeout of Andujar, and the bottom of the 2nd is over. Barrios gets 2 strikeouts in that half inning, moving to the 3rd inning. No score here at Yankee Stadium. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Garrett Cole about to throw pitch number 50 to Jorge Polanco, who serves that one to second. It's played by DJ LeMahieu, a 1-pitch out to begin the top of the 3rd, and Polanco, who had a near 10-pitch at bat in his first plate appearance, lines out on 1 pitch in that at bat. So 1 quick out. Here's Nelson Cruz. Cruz also went down on strikes in his first at bat. He's one of a few hitters on this Twins team that went down on strikes. The Twins have 1 hit to this point. Jose Barrios has been mowing down Yankees hitters as well, striking them out, and he hasn't given up a hit yet in his start. Counts 2-1. Nelson Cruz, the designated hitter, in year 2 of a contract with the Twins. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. Hit in the air. Deep to left center field. Gardner on the run to the wall. And that ball is gone. Nelson Cruz, his 16th home run of the season, gives the Twins an early 1-0 lead. The Yankee faithful here are not appreciating that. It's been rare in years past to see Gerrit Cole give up home runs, but this season, he's definitely a plush strikeout pitcher, but he's given up more home runs and starts than I'm sure he's wanted to admit. And his ERA was at 3 to start this game, something that hasn't been the case in recent years. Here's Josh Donaldson, grounded foul. The count's 0-1. Donaldson walked in his first plate appearance, coming up to face Gerrit Cole for the second time this game. Again, this is game 2 of a 3-game series. The Twins have an interesting series coming up over the weekend. The Twins will be traveling to Chicago to play the White Sox in a 3-game series over the weekend. That pitch hit into right field. That's a base hit. Judge picks it up. And Donaldson doesn't run well. He's not going to test Judge's arm. He stays at first, content with a single.
The left fielder, number 20, Eddie.
Still one out in the top of the third. And Eddie Rosario comes to the plate. But once the Twins finish up this series, they'll play a 3-game weekend series with the White Sox. And remember, the Twins and White Sox are tied for first place in the AL Central right now, so
0-1.
that will be a crucial series as we head to the middle of the season. June is next week. June 1st is on Monday next week. Still hard for me to believe, but summer's rolling around. Rosario hits that into right center field, or right into right field. That gets into the corner, base hit. Donaldson advances from first to third as Judge gets that in, and that's back-to-back hits, or technically back-to-back-to-back hits. The homer by Cruz and then a couple singles by Donaldson and Rosario. That'll bring up Miguel Sano. Known for his power bat, he's 0 for 1 in this game. And he takes strike 1 from Gerrit Cole. Cole was throwing in the high 90s to start this game, and while 97 is still high, it wasn't 98 and 99 that he was consistently throwing in inning 1. Here comes his 60th pitch of the game. That's strike 2. No ball, 2-strike pitch. Gerrit Cole to Sano. Inside counts 1 and 2. That one 98 miles per hour. The Yankees, after this series with the Twins, will go to play a Western team and the Los Angeles Angels. That'll be a 3-game weekend series. The Yankees just finished up a 4-game weekend series with the Mariners yesterday, and they lost, but they took 3 of 4 from the Mariners. The Twins had a rest day yesterday. As that pitch is hit into center field, Gardner getting under it, Donaldson tagging at third. Gardner makes the catch, Donaldson tags from third, and he'll come around to score as Voit cuts that off. Rosario stays at first, and there are 2 outs in the top of the third.
Up next for Minnesota, the second baseman, Luis.
So it's 2-0 Yankees. Gerrit Cole's given up 2 runs in this half inning. Here's Luis Arias. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the second inning. He got the first hit of the ball game for the Twins. Lined into center field, base hit. So the Twins continuing to get hits off Cole in this half inning. And with that, a mound conference is warranted. With Eddie Rosario's on second base, Luis Arias is on first. Nelson Cruz hit a home run. And Miguel Sano hit a sacrifice fly. Those are the 2 runs that the Twins were able to score off Cole in this half inning. And now Alex Avila's at the plate. And he swings and misses, or swings and fouls it off, excuse me, but that's strike 1 nonetheless. Avila walked in the second inning, batting here for the 2nd consecutive inning. Oh, 1 pitch. Wow, he chased that. That pitch hit him. Yeah, he swung at it, though. Crazy break from Garrett Cole. It's quickly 0-2. And he chased it. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the third. However, Garrett Cole gave up 2 runs, one of which was on a Nelson Cruz solo home run after 2.5 innings of play. It's the Twins 2 and the Yankees 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. As we come to the bottom of the third, the Yankees will have the bottom of the order due up. Luke Voit, Brett Gardner, and Gio Urshela. Voit, .288 hitter with 8 home runs and 25 RBIs entering play. Was acquired from the Cardinals in mid-2018 to help the Yankees with their first base problem, and he blossomed here in New York. Earned the starting first baseman job, and is part of the reason that the Yankees felt confident enough to release Greg Bird in this offseason. Greg Bird now in the Rangers minor league system. 1-1 pitch. That's a strike. The count's 1-2. And this was one of the more obvious mutually beneficial trades that two teams have had in Major League Baseball history. The Yankees gave the Cardinals Giovanni Gallegos, who was a starter in the minor leagues but developed into a closer for the Cardinals. And Gallegos is right now the Major League Baseball leader in saves with 22. Of course, Voit is a powerhouse. It gives the Yankees just another power bat and somebody to occupy first base. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Ooh, look out. Counts 2-2.
I got the count 2-2.
And it's scary to think about when you look at this Yankees team on paper and see the statistics from last season and this season, but almost everybody on this Yankees team could be a 3-4-5 hitter in another organization. Some of their bench players could bat 2 through 6 on some other teams in the majors. On several other teams in the majors. That's just how much depth this team has and how much talent's on the team. Popped into the air. Alex Avila seems to have a play. And he makes the catch. That's 1 out to begin the bottom of the third.
Batting eight, the center fielder.
Let's see what this pitch was again. Barrios has been sharp. Got him to go up the ladder. That was in the strike zone too. Kind of forced him to swing, but he got under it and popped out. So now with 1 out, here is Brett Gardner. The longest tenured Yankee, been here since 2009. In his rookie season, he won the World Series with the Yankees. That's strike 1. Has always had plus speed, but over the years, he's developed a sense of power. Nothing in 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. The count's 0-2. Jose Barrios has been throwing a good mix of fastballs, changeups, and slurves, which is a combination of a slider and a curveball. It's a pitch that some pitchers have named for themselves just because they can't identify whether their pitch is a slider or a curveball, but it moves in so many weird directions, horizontally or vertically, or both. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brett Gardner at the plate, center fielder of the Yankees. Will more than likely shift back to left field when Aaron Hicks gets back into the mix. Aaron Hicks still on the injured list, and there's no word of him coming back anytime soon. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch to Gardner. Swing and a miss. Jose Barrios, another strikeout, his 6th strikeout. And he hasn't pitched 3 complete innings yet.
The third baseman.
That's out number 2. So with 2 outs, here's Gio Urshela, who's a number 9 hitter, but should not be slept on. Gio Urshela in the top 3 on the Yankees team in home runs. And those are his numbers there. He has a .263 average with 13 home runs and 35 RBIs. Check swing, but that's in the zone. The count's 0-2. Urshela Not in the top 10 for his RBI count, but he's still a good run producer. I thought he was on the top 10, but I was a bit mistaken. 1-2 pitch. On the ground up the middle. First hit for the Yankees in this game comes with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Well, now that the no-hitter's gone, and the perfect game for that matter, we'll take a look at batting average leaders entering play among teams. And the 3 American League divisional leaders right now are at the top of this list. And the White Sox close behind as well. They're technically a divisional leader. The Twins and White Sox tied for first place in the AL Central. Not the Barrios took it deep, but now that the perfect game's gone, you got to be careful as a pitcher. The Yankees also have the ability to tie this game with 1 swing, especially with a base runner on. 1-0 count to DJ LeMahieu. Swing and a line drive into left. Back-to-back hits for the Yankees. Urshela moves into second, and LeMahieu's on first as Rosario gets that one in.
The right fielder, number 99.
The Twins got 2 runs in the top of the third. Nelson Cruz hit a solo home run, and Miguel Andujar hit a sacrifice fly after a couple base hits.
0-1 for count.
And now the Yankees have runners on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Jose Barrios has struck out 6 through 2 2/3 innings. But he's in a dangerous spot here in the middle of the Yankees order coming up. Judge, line drive to left, base hit. Rosario will play it. Urshela rounds third. He's going to try to score. Rosario's throw is cut off by Josh Donaldson. It's an RBI single for Aaron Judge. The Yankees cut the Twins' lead in half. It's 2-1.
Now batting, shortstop,
DJ LeMahieu advances from first to second on the play, but a well squared up ball into left. The outfield was shaded a bit deeper than normal depth. That allows Judge to sneak in a base hit there and get himself an RBI. Here's Gleyber Torres, now 2 outs. Runner still on first and second, and a run in for the Yankees in this half inning. One ball, no strike pitch. In the air. Hugging the line in right field. There's Kepler to make the catch in foul territory. And that ends the bottom of the third inning. The Yankees get a run on 3 hits. At the end of 3 full innings, it's the Twins 2 and the Yankees 1. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. The Twins lead the Yankees 2-1 coming into the 4th inning. Both Garrett Cole and Jose Barrios have been pitching on point for the most part. Garrett Cole had a blemish, as did Jose Barrios in the 3rd inning. Garrett Cole gave up a home run and an extra run on top of that because of a sacrifice fly. He's been struggling with walks and pitch count in this game, Cole has. Barrios has struck out 6 through 3 innings, but he gave up 3 straight 2-out hits to the Yankees in the bottom of the 3rd, and the Yankees are on the board now. So here we are in the top of the 4th, and it's a bunt by Byron Buxton. Talked about this earlier. He's a bunt threat, and he gets himself a bunt single to start the 4th. And that's huge for the Twins, a leadoff base runner, and it's one of the fastest players in baseball. Max Kepler comes up to the plate, and yep, Cole checking on Buxton. Another pickoff attempt. That one a bit closer. Void applied a tag that time. Cole wise to be wary of Buxton on first base. On the ground and foul. The count's 0-1, and Buxton didn't attempt to steal on that pitch. Kepler .310 average with 10 home runs and 26 RBIs. His average has gone slightly down because he's 0 for 2 to start this game. A 1 pitch. Outside counts even 1-1. Kepler's gotten hot over the last 10 games. 16 for 38. That's strike 2. Garrett Cole working in the zone, but these Twins hitters are being patient and making him throw pitches. That's why his pitch count is so high coming into this inning. Inside, the count's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes now. That's outside. The count's full 3-2. Three ball, 2 strike pitch. Max Kepler milking out this at bat, and that's strike 3 called. That's the second time Max Kepler's gone down on strikes against Garrett Cole, and Cole matches the pitch count, or the strikeout total, of Jose Barrios. Runner goes from first. Thrown out by Sanchez as well late, and that was quite expected. Byron Buxton attempts to steal, and it's successful. He's in scoring position now with 1 out. That's upstairs, counts 2-0. But both Garrett Cole and Jose Barrios have struck out 6 now to this point in the game. Cole a little bit slower pace than Barrios, but they've both been quite on point, despite giving up runs through the first 3 innings of their starts. 3 ball, no strike count on Jorge Polanco, and Nelson Cruz, who went deep on Cole in his last at bat, is on deck. 3-0 pitch. That's outside, ball 4. Polanco again exercising discipline. He's 0 for 1, but he's walked twice now against Garrett Cole.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Cole working up toward 80 pitches now as Nelson Cruz comes to the plate. He hit a home run in his last at bat. 1 for 2 in total, but he's got a couple runners on base now. Line drive, left field. Back goes Stanton to the wall. That ball is gone. Cruz just burned Cole again. 5-1 Twins here in the 4th. You hear the silence here at Yankee Stadium. Garrett Cole's earned run average was 3 coming into this game. And because he's given up over 5 earned runs in this game, that ERA is expected to go up. And he's put his team in a hole now. Instead of a 1-run game, now it's a 4-run game. Still 1 out, top of the 4th. Here's Josh Donaldson. Hits it off of Cole. That's going to be a fair ball regardless. Cole plays it, throws to Voit, but it's not in time. And Josh Donaldson reaches base on his 2nd hit of the game. Well, that just adds literal injury to Cole's start. He's trying to walk it off. And he tells the management tells Yankees management, tells the dugout, let him keep pitching. Here comes his 80th pitch of the game, and I'm sure he won't be out there much longer, whether he gets the last 2 outs of this inning or not. Eddie Rosario singled in the 3rd inning. He's 2 for 6 now in the series. Has a hit in both the games so far. The Yankees won by a 3-2 score yesterday. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. Game 3's tomorrow. The Twins could use a momentum shift going into their weekend series with the White Sox. The Twins and White Sox are tied for first place in the American League Central as of today. The Yankees have a large lead for first place in the American League East as you see the 2 long relief pitchers on the Yankees roster, Luis Cessa and Franklin Perez, warming up. One ball, 2 strike pitch coming from Garrett Cole to Eddie Rosario, and it's fouled off. The Yankees have a 6-game lead over all 3 of the following teams: the Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Orioles. That's too high. Counts even 2-2. The Red Sox are in 5th place in the American League East with a 25-31 record, and they're 8.5 games back of the Yankees for first place. So a lead that's not quite safe yet, but the Yankees have a large lead in the American League East. Ground ball, that is foul. Count still even 2-2. That's fouled off, and the count remains even 2-2. Fouled off, and another batter in the Twins lineup milking out on at bat. The 9th pitch coming up. Count still even 2-2 in the 10th pitch of this at bat coming up. Another example of Twins hitters being disciplined, patient, and making Gerrit Cole throw many more pitches than he wants to. That misses low, and the count's full 3-2. 3-2 pitch coming from Gerrit Cole to Eddie Rosario. And it will be the 90th pitch of Gerrit Cole's outing. Rosario chased that pitch. It was a changeup thrown by Cole. Got him to bait a swing, and the count's still full 3-2. Another foul ball. 12 pitches already this at bat. The 13th about to come up. The 13th pitch misses outside. An excellent plate appearance from Eddie Rosario.
The first baseman, number 22, Miguel.
That puts runners on first and second, and here comes Aaron Boone. Gerrit Cole cannot pitch out of the 4th inning in his start. He throws over 90 pitches, walks a bunch, gives up 5 earned runs. Got taken deep by Nelson Cruz twice. He's in line for the loss. Not a start that you wanted to expect from such an elite starter. But it's the bullpen's job to keep this game intact now. Here comes Franklin Perez. He's been one of the best bullpen arms for the Yankees this season. Has a 3.70 ERA and a 3-1 record in 18 games appeared in. He's been consistently in a long relief role for the Yankees this season. He was acquired in a trade with the Indians. Swinging a miss, the count's 0-1. Miguel Sano at the plate. Miguel Sano, a 167 hitter with runners in scoring position this season. He's 0 for 1, but he has a sacrifice fly in this game.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So he was responsible for one of the 5 runs that the Twins have scored in this game. It's a 5-1 lead for the Twins. They got 2 runs in the 3rd and 3 runs in this inning. That's upstairs, counts 2-1. Miguel Sano is the former 3rd baseman of this team. But with the acquisition of Josh Donaldson, he's transitioned to first base. The Twins have been looking for a consistent first baseman ever since Joe Mauer retired. They tried out Logan Morrison. He played here for a year. Wasn't signed back. Now you have an elite 3rd baseman in Donaldson, and Miguel Sano being able to play first base. Sano had struggled defensively at 3rd base. So this change of position helps both him and the Twins succeed a little more. Hit in the air to left field. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that stays fair, and that ball is gone. Deep into the left field corner. It is 8-1. The Twins lead the Yankees. 2 of those earned runs are charged to Gerrit Cole because he was responsible for putting them on base. Gerrit Cole gives up 7 earned runs officially in his start, which will make his ERA rise by a large margin. And Franklin Perez, the Twins have put him on a line score now. He has 1 earned run given up. And this inning's still not finished up yet. Gerrit Cole got the 1 out of this top of the 4th inning. Franklin Perez just got put in the game, and the first batter he faced went deep on him. Luis Arraez is 2 for 2 with a couple singles. That helps the average out. It's up to 309 now, and he has a 390 on base percentage. Ground ball foul. The count's even 1-1. It's an 8-1 Twins lead. They scored 2 in the third and now 6 here in the fourth. This inning's still not over yet. The Yankees scored a run in the bottom of the third inning, but they've got a near mountain to climb now. Counts 1-2. Strike 3. Luis Arias now 2 for 3 after striking out there. And we'll take a look at Garrett Cole's scoreline now that it's official. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits given up, 7 earned runs. He's walked 5 hitters. The 6 strikeouts are the only real bright spot on that scoreline, but he threw 92 pitches in less than 4 full innings. These Twins hitters were disciplined against him. They swung the bats well. Nelson Cruz hit 2 home runs, which certainly didn't hurt. Avila grounds it through the shift for a base hit. There's no mercy in this top of the fourth inning. The Twins continue to stack together hits, base runners, and runs. Counts 0-1 to Byron Buxton. Buxton 1 for 2. He bunt singled earlier this game and scored a run. This is the 10th hitter to come to the plate for the Twins. Byron Buxton led off this inning with a bunt single. And it seems he will make the final out. Gary Sanchez makes the play. The top of the fourth inning is over. 10 batters come to the plate for the Twins. 6 of them score. Going into the bottom of the fourth inning, it's a 7-run lead for the Twins. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. Not quite a happy time for Yankees fans in this stadium. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up. Giancarlo Stanton to lead off, but the Yankees are down 7 runs. The Twins put 6 up in the top of this inning.
0-1's the count.
Garrett Cole got chased. 3 1/3 innings pitched. Gave up 8 hits, 7 earned runs. Walked 5 batters. And he's in line for the loss. However, Jose Barrios been pitching efficiently, been sharp, giving up just 1 run, which was in the bottom of the third inning.
Ball, that's off the plate.
The Yankees have one run on 3 hits so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air to left field. There's no doubt about that one. The balls are flying at Yankee Stadium. This one to celebrate here at Yankee Stadium. 8-2 is the score on Giancarlo Stanton's 10th home run of the season. So something temporary to celebrate. It's now a 6-run game. And Barrios left that one inside. Stanton, when he's looking for an inside pitch, he can have all the torque in the world, all the power in the world, all the strength to pull a pitch like that. And that's what he did there. So now it's 8-2. Nobody out. Here's Gary Sanchez taking ball 1. Sanchez hitless in this series. He went 0 for 4 yesterday and 0 for 1 in this game today. One of the 6 strikeout victims that Barrios has. 1-0 pitch. Inside, but called a strike. Counts even at 1. Ball 2, that misses. Counts 2-1. Three and one's the count.
3-1.
Barrios was sharp in the first 2 innings. In the third, he gave up his first hit of the game and gave up 3 straight hits for that matter, which yielded the Yankees a run. Yankees got a run here in the fourth on Giancarlo Stanton's solo home run, and now Gary Sanchez is in a hitter's count. 3 ball, 1 strike pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't forget, while you're watching us here on Major League Baseball's virtual network, check us out on Twitter at VirtualMLB for more news on this league, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for notifications on when we go live and when we post videos. MLB Virtual Network is the YouTube channel, and I'm Nicholas Callis. Gary Sanchez walks against Jose Barrios.
The designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Don't forget some of our other games coming up today, too. The Blue Jays and Rays, an AL East matchup. That game will take place at 7:10, and the Athletics and the Astros will play each other, the top two teams in the AL West. That game scheduled to start at 9:20. That misses down low, counts 1-0.
Ball one, no strike.
Miguel Andujar is tied for first in the American League in hits. He has 79. I already talked about what a great hitter he's been since coming up to the Yankees. Made his debut in 2017, but had his first full season in the majors in 2018. Well, it wasn't a full season. He got caught up in May, but it was his technical rookie season. 2-0 pitch. Line drive right field, but foul. The count's 2-1. He was the starting third baseman of the team until he got hurt, and then the Yankees went out and acquired Gio Urshela, who had a breakout year with the Yankees last season. And for all the success he's had, he's still batting ninth in the order. That's just how good the Yankees team is. Miguel Andujar back in the lineup, healthy this season, batting sixth and being the designated hitter. That's been a constant for him this year so far. Line towards center field. Byron Buxton under it. He makes the catch. That's out number 1. And again, just that reminder. Blue Jays and Rays, 7:10 Eastern Time here on Major League Baseball's virtual network, and then Athletics and Astros at 9:20. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, and Dan Plesac will have the call for the Blue Jays-Rays game at 7:10, and then I'll be back on the call at 9:20 for the Athletics and the Astros game. There's Luke Voigt. He's 0 for 1 against Barrios as that pitch misses high. Counts 1-0. In his last 3 games, the last 3 games against the Mariners the Yankees played in, Voigt has had 3 RBIs. Barrios struggling in this inning. He's gotten through the first 3 innings rather quickly. The one blemish was that run he gave up in the bottom of the 3rd, but here in the 4th, his arm has been taxed. Swing and a miss. Well-placed breaking ball. The count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming to the Yankees' first baseman. Off-speed pitch right over the outside corner. That lower outside corner got him looking. 7 strikeouts now for Jose Barrios. That's the second out of this bottom of the 4th inning. 2 outs, the Yankees down 6. Here's Brett Gardner. He takes outside. That's a strike. Counts 0-1. Gardner struck out in the 3rd inning. Bats here for the second time against Barrios here in the 4th. He's 1 for 4 in the series. 0-1 pitch.
0-1.
That's down low. Counts even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gardner in the whole series against the Mariners had 3 runs batted in. The Yankees coming off a 4-game series with the Mariners. They played each other yesterday. The Mariners beat the Yankees, though, yesterday, but the Yankees still took 3 of 4 in that series. The Twins are coming off 3 out of 4 wins against the White Sox in a series they played in over the weekend, but the Twins had an off day yesterday. The Yankees did not. And the Twins will again play the White Sox, this time in Chicago. That series to start over the weekend. On the ground left side, there's Polanco. Goes to Arias covering second, out at second is the runner, and that ends the 4th inning. However, Giancarlo Stanton put the Yankees on the board again. Their second run of the game was on this solo home run. After 4 full innings, it's the Twins 8 and the Yankees 2. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. As we come into the 5th inning, the top of the order is due up for the Twins. Max Kepler, Jorge Polanco, and Nelson Cruz all scheduled to bat. Franklin Perez still on the mound for the Yankees. And strike 1 taken by Max Kepler. Kepler 0 for 3 in this game. One of just a few Twins hitters that haven't gotten a hit yet in this game. Franklin Perez came into the game last inning to replace Garrett Cole. And Perez, the first batter he faced was Miguel Sano, who hit a 3-run home run off of him. That was the last time the Twins scored at this point, but the Twins have 3 home runs as a team. two of which were hit by Nelson Cruz. One was a 2-run home run and one was a 3-run home run. And the other 3-run home run was hit by Miguel Sano. Both Cruz and Sano have the only RBIs in this game. The only run that scored that wasn't on a home run was when Miguel Sano hit a sacrifice fly. That was in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. It's out number 1 as Max Kepler continues to struggle. He's 0 for 4 now in this game.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jorge.
It's a well-placed slider by Franklin Perez. It was a backdoor slider. It looks like it'll start and hit that lower inside corner, and then it just breaks inward. That's the danger of a slider. It can look like a fastball at first, but then it has that break at the end. It has the potential to fool hitters. Jorge Polanco has had quite the game. He's walked twice, and he has been the patient hitter today, making pitchers throw strikes. That's why he's worked 2 walks, and each of his at-bats made it to 10 or more pitches, or close to 10 or more pitches. That's part of the reason why Garrett Cole, I believe at least, why he struggled, was because he had to throw so many pitches in the 1st inning and it had a ripple effect. And coming through the order again, he just couldn't find the strike zone. And the Twins hitters were patient enough to work walks. And then guys like that hit them in. Nelson Cruz on deck, 3-ball, no-strike pitch. That's down low, ball 4. That's the 3rd walk that Jorge Polanco has been issued in this game. He walked twice against Garrett Cole and walks once here, at least for the moment, against Franklin Perez. There's Nelson Cruz, 4 runs. Half of the runs scored by the Twins were because of Nelson Cruz. He has 2 home runs in this game. One was a solo home run in the 3rd, and the other was a 3-run home run in the 4th. And he takes ball 1 against Perez there, and I would be wary to pitch to this guy as well. Cruz is getting up there in age. He's in his mid to late 30s now. His pickoff attempt is unsuccessful. But he can still hit like the best of them. Quality bat to have in any lineup, and he's been a consistent middle-of-the-order bat since coming here to Minnesota.
1-1.
He's been consistently their designated hitter. Pickoff attempt, Polanco back safely. Franklin Perez has 1 full inning under his belt now. Came in with 1 out in the 4th inning. He has 1 earned run to his line score so far. He's pitching with a runner on and 1 out, and the middle of the Twins order up to the plate. It's a hitter's count now for Nelson Cruz. 3 balls, 1 strike. Josh Donaldson's on deck. Hit in the air to left field. This one dying. Stanton able to make the catch. A bit scary off the bat for the Yankees, but it's just an out. Cruz now 2 for 4, and that's out number 2 here in the top of the 5th.
Josh Donaldson.
That'll bring up Josh Donaldson. He's 2 for 2 in this game. He bats with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Counts 0-1. Josh Donaldson leads the American League in home runs with 21. Hasn't gone deep in this game, but he's 2 for 2.
Count 1-1.
The Twins spent good money on him in the offseason, and so far he's been producing well. His average hasn't been too high, not like it was back when he was with the Blue Jays, but still hits home runs at a consistent pace, at a league-leading pace, as a matter of fact, and still a feared hitter in the middle of any order. But in the order of the Twins this year and for a few more years to come, that pitch misses high. The count's even 2-2. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch got him swinging, and Franklin Perez, despite giving up a walk, doesn't let up any runs in that half inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 walk for the Twins in that half inning. Going to the bottom of the 5th, it's the Twins 8 and the Yankees 2. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. As we go to the 6th inning, the Twins have a 6-run lead over the Yankees, or the bottom of the 5th. My apologies. We're going into the bottom of the 5th. Nonetheless, the Twins still have that 6-run lead. It's 8-2. There's Aaron Boone discussing some things with his coaching staff. Garrett Cole did not have the best start. He gave up 7 earned runs to the Twins. He walked 5, gave up 8 hits. He's in line for the loss. Cole, a big reason why the Twins are leading by so much. Jose Barrios on the mound. The Yankees have been swinging the bats well themselves. They just haven't produced as many runs as the Twins have. Barrios was dominant through the first 2 innings. Then he gave up 3 straight hits in the 3rd to yield the Yankees a run. The Yankees got a run in the 4th on a Giancarlo Stanton solo home run.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But the 8 runs the Twins have are protecting Jose Barrios right now, who has struck out 7. And has Gio Urshela down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It'll be Urshela, then LeMahieu, then Judge, the 3 hitters scheduled to bat this inning. And there's strikeout number 8 for Barrios.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ.
Just got him that tailing inside fastball. Looked like a 2-seamer. But Barrios has made near child's play of the Yankees hitters in this game. Softly hit towards center. Byron Buxton covers the ground, makes the catch. That's out number 2. Despite mistakes in the 3rd and the 4th, which were minimal, Barrios has been quite on point in this game. Here comes Aaron Judge. He'll bat with 2 outs and the bases empty here on the bottom of the 5th inning. He singled in his last at bat and got a run batted in. That was the run the Yankees scored in the 3rd. That's a strike. The count's 0-1. Barrios has just been spotting pitches in good parts of the zone. Judge in history has struggled with low pitches, which seems obvious enough. Barrios, just look at that, spotting pitches so well. Counts 0-2. Keeping the balls low in the zone. He's been mixing in his fastball, his 2-seamer, a slurve, and a changeup. As that pitch misses outside. And all of his pitches have been effective to some extent. And that's evident by the fact he struck out 8. And giving up just 2 runs. 1-2 pitch. That's too high. Tried to change the eye level, but it didn't work. The count's even 2-2. Strike 3, 9 strikeouts for Jose Barrios against the Yankees. And that one ends the 5th inning. No runs on no hits and nobody left on for the Yankees at the end of 5 full innings. It's the Twins 8 and the Yankees 2. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Twins to begin this half inning. Eddie Rosario, Miguel Sano, and Luis Arias, the ones scheduled to bat. Franklin Perez pitching here in inning 6. He came in with 1 out in the 4th inning. Gave up a 3-run home run. Then got the final 2 outs. Pitched a scoreless 5th, and now he's here in the 6th. One of the long relief pitchers for the Yankees. Consistently has come out of the bullpen. For the most part, he's done well. He's given up 1 earned run in this game. The other 2 runs on that 3-run home run were given up to Garrett Cole. But he's struggling in this game just a bit. Just 1 mistake, but it netted the Twins 3 more runs, which broke this game open. The 3-1 pitch coming to Eddie Rosario. Swing and a miss, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count pitch from Franklin Perez to the Twins left fielder. Full count pitch coming again. Eddie Rosario at the plate. Hit deep to right field. Man, you just watch that pitch location and you said, oh no. Well, if you've ever pitched in baseball before at any level and you've been a pitcher, sometimes you have those instances where you throw a pitch and immediately you say, oh no. Sometimes you get away with it, but sometimes you don't. Well, here's why. Look at where that pitch came over. That was a breaking ball. Yeah, that was a breaking ball right over the heart of the plate.
The first baseman, number 22, Miguel.
And Twins hitters typically don't miss pitches like that. Here's Miguel Sano at the plate. Hit his 12th home run of the season. Back in the 4th inning, it was a 3-run home run. Up until the Rosario home run just an at-bat ago, Sano's home run was the last time the Twins scored.
Nope. 1-1.
Sano has 4 RBIs in total. He had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning. At the time, it gave the Twins a 2-0 lead as that ball is hit into the shift. LeMahieu plays it from the shortstop side at second, and he makes the play. It's out number 1.
The second baseman, Luis Arraez.
So with 1 out in the top of the 6th, there's Luis Arraez. Franklin Perez has now given up 2 earned runs. Eddie Rosario hit a home run to lead off this inning. The Twins now lead by 7 runs. The White Sox and Orioles are playing each other in a series right now. So depending on that outcome, I'm not saying this game's finalized yet, but the Twins could move a half game up on the White Sox. That's pending that game that's going on today. And that game will also affect the Yankees to some extent, because if the Orioles beat the White Sox and the Yankees lose, the Orioles could move up in the standings. But several hypotheticals not officially in place yet, but the Twins looking like it's closer and closer to them getting a victory in this game. It's a 7-run game, and the Yankees pitching just couldn't stay on point. That's fouled off, and the count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Arraez, who has a couple hits and 4 at-bats. Or a couple hits and 3 at-bats this game. Full count pitch. Line drive to left, base hit. Past Gleyber Torres at shortstop. Stanton gets it in, and another hit in this inning for the Twins.
Now back, the catcher, Alex.
Of their 9 runs, the Twins have scored just 1. That wasn't the result of a home run, and it was the Miguel Sano sacrifice fly. But 8 of their runs were scored as a result of home runs. Here's Alex Avila. Certainly flexing their muscles as a team that hit the most home runs in a single season in Major League Baseball history. Wow, that ball's foul, but Avila squared that pitch up. Counts even 1-1. Franklin Perez, upwards of 50 pitches now, and he might be done soon. We'll have to see. Counts 1-1. On the ground and foul, the count now 1-2. Well, he's been throwing more strikes than balls. That's a good sign. And Perez just hasn't been lights out. He gave up a 3-run home run in the 4th inning, one of which was earned to him. Pitched a scoreless 5th, and then gave up a home run here in the 6th. And there are 2 outs after that strikeout. Alex Avila goes down swinging. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Byron Buxton. He batted 2 times in the 4th inning. He popped out once, got a bunt single once. And he later scored as a part of a 6-run 4th inning that the Twins had. And that's been the difference maker in this game. It'd be much closer if the Yankees didn't give up 4 runs in that 4th inning. That's inside, counts 2-0, but Garrett Cole continued to struggle. The Yankees left him in. And as a result, he gave up a 7 earned run performance. Or he had a 7 earned run performance, gave up 7 earned runs. Franklin Perez responsible for the other 2 earned runs. Grounded to short. Torres to LeMahieu. Out at second is Arias. And the top of the 6th inning is over. But Eddie Rosario pads on to the Twins' lead. His solo home run makes it 9-2 going into the bottom of the 6th. This is Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20, and I'm Nicholas Callis. 3-4-5 hitters do it for the Yankees. Gleyber Torres to lead off. He'll be followed by Giancarlo Stanton and Gary Sanchez. Check swing, but that's a strike. Counts 0-1. Jose Barrios is at 8 strikeouts. Or 9 strikeouts, excuse me. He struck out 9 coming into this inning. Chopped on the ground toward the middle. Played by Polanco. It'll be a tough play, and it's not made. Gleyber Torres beats out an infield single. And he's on to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Yankees. The atmosphere at Yankee Stadium has just gotten quiet, too. Seems like the fans aren't having fun anymore, but what more can you expect from Yankees fans sometimes? High expectations here in the Bronx, that's for sure. But every team has these days. Game's still not over yet. There's 3 more innings after this to play. Here's Giancarlo Stanton, a bright spot in this game for the Yankees. He had a solo home run in the 4th inning. That was the last time the Yankees scored. The Yankees got a run in the 3rd on an Aaron Judge RBI single, and then the run in the 4th was on a Giancarlo Stanton solo home run. Now he's batting here in the 6th, down on the count 0-2. Stanton has played 10 seasons in the majors now. He made his debut with the Marlins in 2010. 0-2 pitch. On the ground and foul. The count's still 0-2. Stanton was once a part of one of the highest extensions signed in baseball before Mike Trout signed his extension this year. But Stanton signed I forget, it was a 13 or 14-year contract, but it was worth $325 million. But the Marlins ended up trading away to the Yankees just 4 years later. Stanton flies out there to Buxton. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. The Marlins were dealing out a lot of money, and again, the Marlins had a foundation for a team. I've talked about this a lot when I talk about former Marlins, but they had such a foundation for a playoff contending team, perhaps another World Series winning team to go to a certain extent, but in 2015 and 2016, everything just started falling apart. And the team broke down and eventually was split up. And rebuilt. Counts 2-0 on Gary Sanchez. But the Marlins rebuilding starting to come to fruition. They made several acquisitions in the offseason that have built them a 3rd place finishing team right now. Or a 3rd place standing team right now, I should say, because there's no season certainly not over yet. But they're a 3rd place team right now, the Marlins are in the NL East. And they've been contending all season. They haven't fallen behind. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Yankees catcher. Jose Barrios at the plate. He's working up to 100 pitches now. Gleyber Torres on first base. He's singled. And Sanchez fouls that pitch off. The count's still 2-2. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between these two. Game 3 will be tomorrow. The Yankees won yesterday by a score of 3-2. Sanchez fouls that pitch off. Count's still 2-2. With the Twins winning this game, they'll move a half game up in the AL Central standings. The Yankees, regardless of whether they win or lose today or tomorrow or for the next week or so, they will not be out of first place in the AL East. Barrios with 10 strikeouts now in this game. Quite a start for him. That's out number 2. Here's Miguel Andujar. He's 0 for 2. He got both of his hits in the series yesterday.
Nope. Ball 1.
And he is one of many strikeout victims at the hands of Barrios in this game. Barrios 10 strikeouts. Quite a performance for him. He's given up 2 earned runs, but nobody's paying attention to that because the Twins have put up 9 on the Yankees through 6 innings. Large deficit for the Yankees to overcome. 2-0 pitch. Inside counts 3-0. Luke Voigt's on deck. And Barrios has made some mistakes in this game. He was lights out in the first 2 innings he pitched in. Didn't allow a hit or a base runner. Got 2 outs in the third before giving up 3 straight hits, which caused the Yankees to get a run. Gave up a solo home run to Giancarlo Stanton in the 4th, and pitched a scoreless 5th. And with that, Miguel Andujar walked. That puts 2 runners on base. Torres on second, Andujar on first, and that's going to do it. Here comes Rocco Baladelli, the Twins manager, out of the dugout. Jose Barrios done after pitching a solid 5 2/3 innings. Struck out 10, but unable to finish out the 6th. And he's in line for the win with his start.
Now pitching for the Twins,
Cody Stashak.
number 61, Cody Stashak.
Or Stashak, excuse me, but he comes into the game now. He's pitched in 18 games this season. He's put in 25 innings and has an ERA of 3.24. He's averaging just over an inning pitched per appearance. Luke Voigt will bat with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 2 runners on base.
Ball. Counts 1-0.
The Yankees could excuse me. The Yankees could get back within slam range of the Twins with a home run here. You never count the Yankees out, but the Twins are just as good, if not better, of a power hitting team than the Yankees are. Counts 2-0. Stashak newly entered into the game. Jose Barrios just got taken out after pitching 5 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 earned runs and struck out 9. The book's not closed on him yet because the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. Swing and a miss, the count's 2-1. Torres on second and Andujar on first base. Torres singled and Andujar walked. Ground ball left side. There's Polanco. He elects to throw to Sano at first. Out at first is Voigt. And the 6th inning is over. The Yankees get no runs despite getting 2 runners on base. As we go to the 7th inning, it's the Twins 9 and the Yankees 2. Here's Luis Cessa coming out of the bullpen for the Yankees, which makes sense. I'm certain that A, the bullpen could be a bit fatigued coming into this game. They haven't had an off day in a while, but B, in a game with this much of a gap, the back end of the bullpen not necessary to this point. So Luis Cessa, the other long relief pitcher on the Yankees roster, comes in and has a mission just to eat some innings and get some outs. Max Kepler at the plate, one of just a few hitters on this Twins team without a hit yet. And he struck out more than once in this game. He's 0 for 4 in total. Hit in the air and foul. The count's even 1-1. Garrett Cole responsible for 7 of the runs given up to the Twins. Franklin Perez, who pitched with 1 out in the 4th up until the 6th, gave up the other 2. That's fouled off, and the count now 1-2. Well, going back and talking about the Marlins too, I brought up the point that they had a nice foundation of a team, and Eric Ledford, you bring up a good point. I don't always like talking about this, but that is something that could have had an impact as LeMahieu makes that play. It's out number 1. Could have had an impact that Jose Fernandez unfortunately passed away toward the end of the 2016 season. And he was a former All-Star, Rookie of the Year. He was their ace pitcher, and he was a very talented pitcher. But the Marlins lost him, and then the pitching wasn't falling into place. Hitters were struggling and becoming unhappy. The team just never really could create a postseason team with that core, and that certainly was one of the impacts, though, so I will validate your opinion on that. Certainly had something to do with it. Jorge Polanco grounds out. That's out number 2. Here comes Nelson Cruz to the plate. He's been dangerous in this game. He's hit 2 home runs. This one was a 3-run home run he hit in the 4th inning. That was a part of an 8-run or 6-run Twins 4th inning where they broke the game open. Two outs, bases empty for him, though. Cruz responsible for 4 of the 9 runs the Twins have scored. He has 4 RBIs in the game. Yankees still at 2. The Yankees scored a run in the 3rd and a run in the 4th. Again, the Twins separated this game with a 6-run 4th inning, where they sent 10 batters to the plate. That's fouled off the count quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That ends the top of the 7th inning. The Twins get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. Stretch time here at Yankee Stadium. It's 9-2. The Yankees trailing the Twins. This is Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Coming into the bottom of the 7th inning, the Yankees are trailing 9-2, and they're scheduled to have their 8-9-1 hitters come to the plate. Brett Gardner, Gio Urshela, and DJ LeMahieu counts 0-1 on Brett Gardner. Gardner, the longest tenured Yankee, been around since 2009, won the World Series with the Yankees in 2009 as their starting center fielder. Since then, he's been transitioned from left field and center field. Very quick runner, talented outfielder as well. Doesn't have a plus arm, but his range is what is necessary to make him successful. He covers a lot of ground in the outfield. Initially was a contact hitter and used his speed to get on base, but in recent years, he's been a power threat. Counts 2-2. Cody Stashak came in the game last inning. He replaced Jose Barrios and got the final out of the 6th, and now he's pitching here in the 7th. His team up 7 runs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up and foul. The count even 2-2 still. But Jose Barrios pitched 5 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 earned runs, but struck out 10 Yankees hitters. Unfortunately for him, his offense backed him up in a big way. He's in line for the win. Garrett Cole's in line for the loss. Still the bottom of the 7th. Still plenty of this ball game to be played, but a hard deficit for the Yankees to overcome. Polanco makes that play. Gardner out at first, and that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nice backhanded play. Gets the speedy Gardner out at first. Now here's Gio Urshela. He singled and scored a run. He got the first hit for the Yankees in this game off Jose Barrios, and he was the one to score on the Aaron Judge single. That's strike 1 right over the middle of the plate. The Yankees got their runs in back-to-back innings, a run in the 3rd, a run in the 4th. Hasn't been much offense from them since then. And Barrios was excellent throughout this game. 0-2 pitch. Up high, didn't get him to bait. Didn't take the bait, Urshela didn't, and the count's 1-2. Outside, counts even 2-2. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. Game 1 was won by the Yankees yesterday. 3-2 was the final. But the Twins have put on quite an offensive performance in this game, which has yielded them several runs and a 7-run lead coming into this half inning. 2-2's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gio Urshela down on strikes. Now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Stashak pitching well. He's faced 3 hitters now and
Mayhew.
hasn't allowed a base runner yet. Back to the top of the order for the Yankees. Here is DJ LeMahieu. Facing Cody Stashak for the first time. Soft line drive towards center. Buxton can't play it. Still will pick it up off the ground. That's a base hit for DJ LeMahieu.
The right fielder, number 99. Aaron.
LeMahieu on base again. Here comes Aaron Judge, one of 2 players for the Yankees that has an RBI in this game. He had an RBI single in the 3rd inning, facing Cody Stashak for the first time in this game. That pitch misses outside. Counts 1-0. Former Rookie of the Year Aaron Judge had quite the season in 2017. Made the All-Star game, made the Home Run Derby, won the Rookie of the Year, hit 52 home runs in the regular season. Set a rookie record that Pete Alonso broke just
Nope, that's a ball.
2 seasons later.
2-0.
Quality defensive right fielder, has a plus arm. Still in his mid-20s. That's a strike that counts 2-1. Made his debut with the Yankees in 2016. He and Tyler Austin hit back-to-back home runs, and that was in their major league debuts, their first at-bats in the major leagues. Austin hit a home run, then Judge hit a home run, and that was the first time in Major League Baseball history that has happened. Lined into right, Max Kepler makes the play, and that ends the 7th inning. The Yankees get no runs on 1 hit and leave a runner on base in that half inning. Going to the 8th, it's the Twins 9 and the Yankees 2. This is Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Middle of the order due up for the Twins in this half inning. Josh Donaldson, Eddie Rosario, and Miguel Sano. Donaldson's 2 for 3 in this game. Luis Cessa is still on the mound. He pitched the entire 7th inning, and now he's here to pitch the 8th. Facing a dangerous part of this Twins order, though. Chop foul, the count's 0-2. Unlike the Yankees, the Twins have not been deprived of hits or runs in this game. They've also been quite disciplined, not swinging it much, unlike that at bat. Josh Donaldson strikes out, that's out number 1, but through the early portion of this game, the Twins have been patient. They worked counts, they made Cole throw several pitches in a single at-bat or plate appearance. They got runners on, and then the hitters, the big boys, are able to drive them in. Nelson Cruz with a couple home runs in this game. Miguel Sano with a home run. All but one of the Twins' runs in this game was not, or excuse me, all but one of the Twins' homers in this game were off of home runs. Nelson Cruz, the RBI leader of this game, he has 4 runs batted in all by himself. Eddie Rosario has an RBI as well. He hit a solo home run in his last at-bat. That was off of Franklin Perez. Luis Cessa hasn't given up any runs yet. As he misses high with that pitch, the count's even 2-2. And don't forget, this is Major League Baseball's virtual network. You can follow us on Twitter at VirtualMLB if you're looking for news on this channel. Schedules are posted on there, as well as videos we post on YouTube. They go to Twitter as well. You can also check out the YouTube channel, MLB Virtual Network. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll get updates on when we upload videos, such as highlights or updates of all 30 teams on a given day. And you'll get notifications when we go live, so you can see games like these. Hit into right center field. Judge trying to play it, and he makes the catch. Judge covered much range out in the outfield to make that catch. And that's out number 2 here in the top of the 8th. Now here's Miguel Sano coming to the plate. Sano is 1 for 3. He hit a 3-run home run in the 4th inning, his only hit, but it was a tough blow for the Yankees, and that home run broke the game open. It was 5-1 before he hit that home run. Then it became 8-1. And now it's 9-2. 1 ball, no strike pitch coming from Cessa. Outside counts 2-0. Yankee Stadium unusually quiet. It's not often that the Yankees get blown out, but if any team had the possibility to do it, It is the Twins. Swinging a fly ball, hit out toward left field. There's Giancarlo Stanton. Catch made, top of the 8th over. The Twins get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. Going to the bottom of the 8th, it's the Twins 9 and the Yankees 2. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up in the Yankees order: Gleyber Torres, Giancarlo Stanton, and Gary Sanchez. The Yankees have had trouble getting runners on base all game, with the exception of the 3rd inning. Aaron Judge has an RBI. He got a single to drive in a run. In the 4th inning, Giancarlo Stanton hit a solo home run. The last time the Yankees scored was the 4th inning. Check swing, but that's a strike. Counts 1-1. Torres is 1 for 3. He beat out an infield single earlier in the game. That's strike 2. Cody Stashak now pitching here in the 8th. Stashak came in and he finished out the 6th inning. Jose Barrios couldn't get the final out of the 6th, so Barrios went 5 2/3 innings. Stashak came in, got the final out of the 6th without giving up a run, and then he pitched a scoreless 7th. Now he's here in the 8th. And still pitching with a 7-run lead. That pitch misses, counts full 3-2. Giancarlo Stanton's on deck. He hit his 10th home run of the season back in the 4th inning. 3-2 pitch. Chopped on the ground. Third base side, Avila plays it. And Torres is safe at first. He beats out another infield single. First one was up toward the middle by second base. This one was just a tapper along the third base line, and Avila decided not to see if it would land fair or foul. Tries to make a play, but Torres already got a good jump. And he's safe at first. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. 1 for 3. His lone hit was a solo home run back in inning 4, and he takes strike 1 there from Stashak. Stanton batting .277 now. He has an on-base percentage of .372, slugging .520. Oh, 1 pitch. That's strike 2.
I got the count 0-2.
High fly ball out towards center field. And there's Byron Buxton. He makes the catch, and retreating back to first is Torres. Stashak got away with a hanging breaking ball there. That was over the plate. Dan was ready to smash that pitch, but was only able to pop it up. So with 1 out, here's Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 2, but he reached base once. He walked in the 4th inning. Line drive and foul. The count's 0-1. Sanchez made his Major League debut in 2015. Had his rookie season with the Yankees in 2016. He was a late season call-up with them. Performed so well that he earned a starting job at catcher from 2017 forward. Donaldson to Arias to Sano. Out at seconds, Torres. Out at first is Sanchez. That double play ends the 8th inning. So the Yankees fail to score despite getting a hit. Going to the 9th inning, the Yankees trail by 7.
Your attention, please.
Here's Chad Green coming out of the bullpen for the Yankees. He'll pitch in the 9th. Luis Cessa
Chad Green.
pitched a couple scoreless innings. No decision from him, but he got the job done for the Yanks. Now Chad Green on to pitch. Luis Arias at the plate, and he takes strike 1. Chad Green was known more or less for being a hero in the 2017 wildcard game at this field against this team. when Luis Severino could only get one out in the first inning. He was replaced by Chad Green, who went on to pitch a few scoreless innings in that game, and the Yankees came back and ended up winning. The Twins haven't beaten the Yankees in a playoff game since the year 2002. And the only reason I mention that in this game is because A, they're playing each other, but B, these two have faced each other more often than usual when it comes to seeing each other in playoffs. They met up with each other in last season's divisional series. They played each other in the 2017 wild card game. Before that, the Yankees swept the Twins in the 2009 division series. The Yankees went on to win the World Series. And they played each other in the 2002 American League Division Series. The Yankees went on to lose to the Angels, who went on to win their first World Series in franchise history. Stanton dives and can't make the play. Quality effort by Stanton, but into second, Arias with a double. His ninth of the season. And a good start for the Twins. They're already up 7 runs, but what's a few more runs to get? Stanton just couldn't make that play. It's a great effort by the line. That would have dropped fair anyway. But Stanton left his body on the line to try to get it out. Good effort for him. But to no avail. Runner on second, nobody out. Here's Alex Avila. That's outside, counts 1-0. Avila got just one hit. It was a single in the 4th inning. He's now 2 for 6 in the series. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. And the Twins have a more crucial series coming up. They'll be playing the White Sox in a weekend series starting on Friday. Crucial because the Twins and White Sox right now are tied for the American League Central lead. And it's not even like the Central's a weak division either. I talked about this at the beginning of the game, but just to reiterate, both the Twins and the White Sox have 37 wins. And that tops most baseball clubs this season. As that pitch is lined into left center field, Gardner's not going to be able to play that. That's going to one-hop the wall. Arias scores from second. And moving into second to replace him is Alex Avila, who has an RBI double, his second hit of the evening.
Now batting, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
You can't do much about that. That was just a pitch right over the heart of the plate. And Avila able to get a good piece of the bat on it. Now here is Byron Buxton. His only single was a bunt single in the 4th inning. Twins scored 6 runs in the 4th. And Buxton was the only batter in that inning to bat twice. Twice in the same inning. But the Twins are 37-18, as are the White Sox. And I talked about how the Indians are 30-26. And the Indians, in any other division in baseball, could lead or be a wild card contending team if it weren't. Well, the Indians are a wild card contending team, but especially in the National League, if the Indians, the NL Central, for example, there's no NL Central team that's won 30 games yet, so the Twins would be leading the NL Central. You put them in a few other divisions and they'd be contending more, but the Indians are 7.5 games back of the AL Central lead with a 30-26 record. And it's just because the Twins and White Sox have been doing so well this year. The Twins, the reigning AL Central champions. But the White Sox have made so many quality acquisitions in the offseason that they were expected to do well. I don't think anybody expected them to do this well, though, but they are. Top foul, and the count's full 3-2. But the Central has become quite competitive. Full count pitch. Swinging a chopper, Chad Green will throw to Luke Voigt. Buxton out at first. That's the first out of the 9th inning. And I would like to make a retraction to what I said. The AL Central among the top 3 teams is competitive, but then you also have teams like the Tigers and the Royals that are in the division. The Tigers are in 4th place with a 21-33 record. They're 15.5 games back. And then the Royals are the worst team in baseball. They have a 17-38 record. They're 20 games back of the AL Central. I mean, they had started the year off poorly, but they had a stretch in late April and early May where they lost upwards of 15 straight games.
2 balls, no strikes.
And then the Tigers started off poorly as well. They weren't streaky, but they obviously lost more games than they were able to win. And so it's a race between the White Sox, the Twins, and the Indians, though the Indians, despite winning 30 games, are still have a high hill to climb. Max Kepler's out at first. Chad Green makes another play, and that's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Twins lead at 10-2. Here comes Jorge Polanco. It's a rarity. He's been walked 3 times in this game, and he's had 5 plate appearances coming into this one. This is the 6th time he's come to the plate in this game. That's outside, counts 1-0. Polanco had worked some great at-bats in this game, which have allowed him to reach base via the walk. And though he's hitless, technically, he's played a role in helping the Twins score on this game. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Shallow outfield. There's DJ LeMahieu. Catch made, inning over. The Twins got a run, though. Alex Avila hit an RBI double, and it's 10-2 now. The Yankees have an 8-run deficit to attempt to overcome in the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th coming up. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Yankees. Miguel Andujar, Luke Voit, and Brett Gardner. Cody Stashak is still on the mound for the Twins.
Counts 1-0.
He came in to relieve Jose Barrios in the 6th inning. He got the final out of the 6th, and he hasn't given up a run in the 7th, the 8th, or the 9th. Oh, of course not the 9th yet, but he's pitched 2 full scoreless innings. And here he is in the 9th, trying to finish this game off. Line drive, Miguel Sano makes the catch. That's out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, Luke Voit.
Luke Voit coming to the plate, but watch this again. Sharp line drive, but Sano able to handle it at first. Now the Yankees with 2 outs to work with in this game. Here's Luke Voit. Hitless in 3 at-bats. First pitch coming from Cody Stashak.
1-0.
Counts 1-0. Ground ball and foul, the count 1-1. In all likelihood, the Twins will create a split in the series heading into tomorrow. The Yankees won yesterday, and that would make tomorrow a rubber match, the finale of this 3-game series.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Which should certainly be fascinating. And even though it's a lopsided score right now, this game started off in an interesting way. You had 2 aces going at it, Jose Barrios and Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole got his 100th strikeout of the season today. Jose Barrios struck out 10 himself. And there was a show put on by the Twins in this one. So whether you're a Yankees fan or not, there are elements of this game to appreciate, despite that the Twins are leading by 8. Strike 3 call, that's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 11, Brett.
Well, you'd be the judge whether that was a strike or not. Definitely was close, though. You don't see that too often anymore, where umpires will call pitches that are high or inside. There's usually more leeway over the outside or toward the lower part of the zone, but hey, nonetheless, it's a strike called in that instance. 2 outs. Brett Gardner, the final chance for the Yankees. That's outside, counts 1-0. These 2 teams, 2 of the best power hitting teams in all of baseball. The Twins also have a better record than the Yankees do. Of course, they're playing in a weaker division when you talk about that they play the Royals and the Tigers consistently. The Yankees have a larger lead over their division opponents and are in a solid first-place position in the AL East. Strike one is called. Game 3 should certainly prove to be intriguing tomorrow. The rubber match of this 3-game series. That's still pending the Yankees making a comeback. But speaking to the likely odds, the rubber match tomorrow. And then the Twins will go on to play a weekend series with the White Sox, a team that they are right now tied with for the AL Central lead. The Twins would move up a half game on the White Sox for first place. They could win right now, and then the White Sox... That's hit down the right field line and foul, but the White Sox still have yet to play the Orioles. Those two are playing in a series right now, so... Let's have to check the results and standings update later on to see what the White Sox did and where the Twins stand. But the Twins win this game here. Cody Stashak finishes out the game. Short of 50 pitches on his pitch count, too. This ball game's over. Twins win in a big way, 10-2 the final score against the Yankees. The Twins improved to 38-18. They're now a half game up on the White Sox for first place. Again, that's still pending the White Sox playing their game today. The Yankees, however, this doesn't have too many repercussions with them in terms of their standings. The Yankees fall to 33-23. They're still in first place in the AL East, and the worst thing that could happen to the Yankees is that some of the teams in the division move up a game on them, but they still have as large as a 6-game lead over the closest teams in the division. So not much for the Yankees to worry about at the end of the night. Jose Barrios got the win. Garrett Cole got the loss. And because Cody Stashak stayed in for just about 3 innings, he's able to earn the save in what was a lopsided game. But one of the requirements for a save, or one of the stipulations a save can have, is that a pitcher comes in and throws 3 innings. Stashak also didn't give up a run. He came in the 6th inning, got the final out of the 6th, and then pitched the scoreless 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. The Yankees could only score in the 3rd and 4th innings. However, the Twins broke this game open with a 6th-run 4th inning that pulled Garrett Cole from the game, chased him from the game. You see the final score lines there. Jose Barrios got the win. 5 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, struck out 10. Gave up 2 earned runs, walked 2. Garrett Cole, 3 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 7 earned runs on 8 hits, walked 5 batters, struck out 6, but earned the loss just because of that crooked 7 earned run number that he gave up. And Cody Stashak, 3 1/3 innings pitched, did well out of the bullpen. The only member of the Twins bullpen to make an appearance in this game. Struck out 3 batters, didn't give up a run or walk anybody. Nelson Cruz, player of the game, he hit 2 home runs. He was credited with 4 of the 10 runs that the Twins scored in this game. There's some other highlights. Miguel Sano, his only hit was a 3-run home run in that 4th inning. Eddie Rosario hit a solo home run in the 6th. Luis Arias went 4 for 5, including an extra base hit in this game. One of the few bright spots for the Yankees was Giancarlo Stanton hitting a solo home run in the 4th. Aaron Judge had an RBI single in the 3rd inning, but the Twins, after that 4th inning, had carried this game away and were able to win it. This is Major League Baseball's virtual network. Don't forget, later on today, we'll have an AL East game between the Blue Jays and the Rays. That game will start at 7:10. Matt Vasgersian, Dan Plesac, and Mark DeRosa on the call. And then an AL West matchup coming up at 9:20. I'll be on the call for that game. It'll be the Athletics and the Astros. But until those games, I'm Nicholas Callis signing off from Yankee Stadium. 10-2 the final score. The Twins beat the Yankees. And don't forget, you've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. Follow us on Twitter for updates at VirtualMLB and subscribe to the YouTube channel for notifications. MLB Virtual Network.